Good morning, Facebook. Thought I'd get in early today for my video, primarily because Friday afternoons I tend to get tired and start thinking about watching footy more than politics. And so I thought, while I'm still more in the politics frame of mind than the footy frame of mind, I would jump on and do a quick video. Before I get into what I want to talk about today, which is about Clive Palmer's party, I want to wish Nicole, my wife, a very happy birthday. She's beautiful. She's helped. G'day, Brad. How are you? Yeah, she's beautiful and she's a great mum of our daughters. She works way harder than I do. And she's just had her first official sale on her own business, so I'm very excited for her and I'm very proud of her. So to you, bub, happy birthday. So Clive Palmer and the United Australia Party, as the party's now known as. Clive Palmer's a person I don't think is particularly trustworthy, is particularly honest, or is even particularly really interested in anyone besides himself. And so if, for that reason, I would definitely not vote for Clive Palmer's party. But I keep seeing a lot of his policies, obviously, as we all do. I mean, he's spending insane amount of money. Most people are saying he's spending up to $50 million over the last, several months in the lead up to this election. And it's going to work. He's going to get a Senate seat, at least one, possibly more. I actually think he's probably going to win a few House of Representatives seats as well, potentially, because the policies that he's sprouting, especially in the regional areas, make a lot of sense. He's talking about things that the people in the country especially are really interested in. So things about water and the water rights, the Murray-Darling system, all that sorts of stuff. He's talking about things that are a point of contention for a lot of people in the country. And I think he has... Well, I actually think he has a lot of good policies around that area especially, but the problem with those types of policies, they're not popular in Melbourne, Sydney and Canberra, because people who live in the inner city, who have never seen a cow, let alone know that's where milk comes from when they're drinking coffee, they think completely differently. They think about the issues that affect them, which is not water rights, it's not farming and live export and trade and all those things. So I think it's an interesting scenario. I'm really curious to see how Clive Palmer goes. As I said, I wouldn't vote for him, but I think he has a lot of good policies. I think he's speaking to a lot of good people. I saw an interview with a an ex-national member from Temora, which is in about an hour and a half's drive north of where we live here in Wagga. And this bloke, who's a farmer, he's been on the land all his life, been a National Party member for 15 odd years, and he says he's going to vote for the local candidate for the United Australia Party, because he feels like the big parties, the National Party, now no longer represent the working people, no longer represent the people in the bush. This, to me,